I totally stumbled upon ECEAP in a flyer that was sent home at my daughter's school through the Puyallup School District. Her elementary school had sent out just like literally a random flyer, and it was explaining what ECEAP was. I had never heard of it. And I saw that it was a fundamental preschool and thought, you know what, I'm just going to reach out and see what they say. My name is Brandi Carlson, and I'm related to the ECEAP program through both my sons, Asher and Elijah, who have both graduated the program. Asher had never had anyone watch him. We didn't do babysitters or daycare or anything like that. I was stay-at-home mom at the time. He was seeing anywhere from 5 to 7 specialists, so our lives were very much dictated by his doctor's schedule. And so when I found this family support, Christine, I reached out, and she just immediately put me at ease and made me feel like our situation was very normal and they were completely comfortable handling his complex needs. I think that really set the pace for it's okay to melt down and it's okay to be uncomfortable. We're still gonna welcome you. You're still gonna be accepted. Even on your worst day, we're still gonna love you for you. Our family support had caught me one day when we were unloading and just said, have you heard of Policy Council? And I was like, no, I have not heard of Policy Council, because everything was so new to me. Even just understanding what the PSESD was. I think when people tell you what that means, a Policy Council made up of parents and community representatives, it is so limited in the explanation, because I feel like what it offers is a world of opportunity and support and a whole new community for other parents to really learn about their education and feel like they're empowered to make decisions about their kids' education and influence what's happening in the classrooms. I just really immersed myself in Policy Council, and I loved everything it stood for and how educational it was, and the time that the staff at PSESD and our sites and centers would take in really making sure that we understood not only what we were representing for our site and center, but also the impacts we had on kind of how they function, right? Yes, they have policies and procedures, but the parent's voice really does help guide kind of where their policies go and what we want to see and what the community needs. So I'd say just in helping be a voice, really listening to other parents at our site and centers and what their concerns are, being a part of those processes, and it's just a little bit of giving back to the community. But for me, it gave me my voice and some confidence to feel like I can make a difference. So I began in Policy Council. My first year, I was asked to be part of the leadership team, and from there I was off and running in my advocacy, which led me into parent ambassadors. That year-long program then lended itself nicely to WASA, the Washington State Association for Head Start and ECEAP, and now I'm the board president. There was this piece of advocacy that they tell you you can be a part of, but until you live it, you're like, oh my gosh, this is amazing, this is incredible, I had no idea I even had this in me. You make these lasting relationships with your lawmakers and people who are in places that not only affect early education, but also the K-12 system, and your kids are eventually going to end up there. And just being able to stand up for your kids at school, talk to the school board, talk to OSPF, whoever it is, I think that is more valuable than any of the other things I can mention. Just that confidence and knowing that you have a right to do those things.